Hello again everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another speed build video in The Sims 4. I hope you're all having the most amazing day ever so far, and thank you so much for joining me here today for probably our final video before Christmas. So this is a little bit of a, I say a little bit of a festive one, it's very festive. I'm going to be calling this my Merry Christmas home or Merry Christmas family home or something along those lines, and we are building in the world of Willow Creek on a 30 by 20 lot, I'm pretty sure this is. And what I really wanted to do with this house was make something really traditional using brick and kind of having this really obvious townhousey vibe. And whilst I'm aware that this is a standalone house, it's not part of a row or anything like that, technically it probably can't be classed as a townhouse, but I wanted it to have that kind of vibe, and so this is what we ended up using. I used the medium wall height, which allowed me to use these beautiful windows from the university expansion pack and I've been wanting to use these for a while, so I would say that this is quite a classy family home is kind of how I would describe this. It kind of reminds me of the house from Home Alone, but just on a much smaller scale. So it's definitely not a mansion. I think this ended up being, it's 3 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms, so it is a very good size inside. I think when you look at it from the outside, you think, oh, it's not going to be that big. And then when you get onto the inside, you're like, oh, actually, this is a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. So it's a very deceptive house and it's very Christmassy. I wanted our final build before the Christmas period to be incredibly just festive. It's got Christmas trees, it's got really obvious kind of festive Christmas decorations. There's wreaths, there's bows, there's Christmas trees. It's such a vibe. So I really hope you enjoy this. So yeah, as I was saying, this is likely going to be my final video before Christmas Day, and then I'm thinking I'll be releasing a video between Christmas and New Year, and then we'll be back fully after the New Year. I do have a few days off over Christmas. I am working tomorrow, so as of the time of me recording this is the 22nd of December, so I am working on the 23rd of December. I am also working on Christmas Eve, so I'm just not going to have the time to kind of sit down and do any sort of content creation, so which is fine, you know, this time of year is for family and friends, and so I definitely kind of want to spend that time with my family, with my friends, and well, mainly family. I'm gonna be honest, but yeah, it's definitely a time for just being with the people that you love. So I'm not taking a break. I don't think it would really warrant me saying, oh, I'm going to be taking a mini break between now and, you know, the new year. I don't think it's going to be like that, but this is going to be our final video before Christmas Day. Just wanted to make that clear because I've mentioned it 3 times and I've only been recording the voiceover for 3 minutes, so just in case you didn't get that, that is the plan. Now, we have moved onto the back of the house, and this is basically just an exact replica of the front of the house, only we do not have a door. I didn't really feel like this was the sort of house that was going to have a back porch. Although if you did want to add one, then please feel free. You just have to rejig the floor plan a little bit inside, but we'll talk a little bit more about the floor plan when we get on to that part of the house. But while I have you here, I just wanted to let you all know that I do have a creator code, which is RachelPedd. So if you would like to support me directly as a creator, then you can actually enter RachelPedd at the checkout on thesims.com or the EA app. This is not a discount code. I'm so sorry, at this time this is not a discount code, but it does help directly support me as a creator. And I just wanted to thank anyone who has considered using my code or who has used my code in the past. I just wanted to thank you so much that you thought of me in that moment and you were like, do you know what, I'm going to support Rachel. So I just wanted to let you know that that genuinely means the world to me, and I just wanted you to know that I did have one in case you didn't already know. Anyway, we are moving on to, I say we're moving on to the landscaping. We've already done a little bit of landscaping for this build already, but we're just kind of stretching that on the way to the back and all down the sides of the house as well, just to kind of make everything, marry up and match up a little bit better. We're using a lot of debug landscaping items, which is something that I will typically do in my builds. I just think debug landscaping items are just next level, especially the ones from Get Together. I think if someone were to ask me and to pinpoint a debug expansion pack for landscaping, I would have to say Get Together and I'm going to say this because when I was creating this house, it's something that kind of popped into my head. I would really love if the Sims team are going to keep adding kits to this game, which is, I know is a little bit of a controversial topic within the community. I personally don't mind kits. I like them for console players. I think kits were kind of they're designed for everybody to enjoy bite-sized pieces of content that you can have in your game, but if you don't have them, it's not detrimental. Yeah, so I think if we had a landscaping kit, wow. Yes, amazing. A window kit, maybe a roofing kit, just like exterior details for houses kit. I don't know what they would market that as or what that would even look like, but that would be so incredible. Like we have the everyday clutter kit and we have the bathroom essentials, something like that. And I would just love to see some more exterior decor for houses that perhaps are a little bit more realistic. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that could be something that they would look into. Anyway, but yeah, a landscaping kit would be incredible. Oh, and also, I realised this because I am building with the medium wall height here. As you can see, I do struggle with the medium wall height, as I think a lot of people do, because I do feel like I have to fill the space, and I know that you don't have to. I just feel like I have to, which, you know, I might not, but I know a lot of people do feel that way. I realised that we need more art pieces for walls. Like, we have a lot of it, but a lot of it for me is stuff that I'm just never going to use. I don't use because it's a little bit ugly or it doesn't really fit in with the vibe. I just think I'd love to see in 2025 the Sims team add more usable artwork. And I'm not even sure what that looks like, to be completely honest. I just know that we need more of it in the game. So you'll have to let me know if you agree or disagree in the comments down below. But I am so itching for some sort of pack that's going to bring me more wall decor pieces that kind of just fit more with like just regular homes. That's what I want. Anyway, it is Santa's grotto in this living room, as you can see. Look, this is a Merry Christmas family home, and you know, if you've been around my channel for a while, when it comes to certain times of year, so specifically Halloween and Christmas, when I release these sort of builds on the channel around those times of year, so starting from September all the way up to the end of January, I will be doing autumnal and Halloween builds. I'll also be doing festive and Christmas builds. So whilst I'm not going to be creating any Christmas builds between now and the end of January, after Christmas is over, I'm still going to be doing winter themed builds. I'm thinking of doing some sort of lodge. I want to be doing some more real-time building with... I was thinking of doing, because I know you guys really liked when I did the Pinterest to Sims for it was some sort of haunted house. And I really loved doing it. You guys really loved it. So I was thinking of doing the same thing, but with more of like a festive build. I say festive, maybe like winter themed build. I don't know. I've got some ideas. I've got some ideas of what I'd like to do. And I don't know if anyone else has noticed, but I've actually started creating YouTube shorts as well. I'm just trying to dabble in it. I'm trying some new things, and I definitely want to try some new things in 2025 just to see what works for me, what works for our community, what works for the channel. And yeah, I've really been enjoying creating YouTube shorts, Instagram reels, TikToks. I never thought I would say that, but when I'm uploading short form content, I'll also upload it to TikTok. So if you're not following me over on TikTok, my username is the same as it is everywhere. It's RachelPedd. You absolutely don't have to, by the way. I'm not particularly active over there. It's just that when I'm creating short form content, then TikTok is one of those ones that I also create at the same time, because you may as well, if you're uploading a YouTube short and an Instagram reel, you may as well pop it on TikTok as well. It just makes the most sense. Anyway, I digress. Back to the build. I wanted to use quite a few items. I'm pretty sure the fireplace and this dining table are from the holiday pack, which you can grab for free, by the way, from Steam or the EA app or whatever. I'm pretty sure you can still get it now for free. So if you're looking to add some festive items to your Sims builds, someone please correct me if I'm wrong in this, by the way. I'm sure when I checked, you can still grab the holiday pack for free. So again, someone please correct me if I'm wrong, but again, if you're wanting to add some Halloween themed items, see, I've got Halloween on the brain now. I'm going to have to wait a long time for Halloween for 2025. But if you are looking to add some festive items to your Sims builds to kind of help you feel a little bit more cozy and to help your Sims celebrate Winterfest, then definitely go and check the free to download pack. I'm not sure whether I don't think it classes as any like pack. I think it just classes as like a free download pack. So it's not classed as like an EP or a stuff pack or whatever. It's just its own entity, if that makes sense. Anyway, so yes, this room is kind of like Santa's grotto, and I get that from my mum. If a room is really heavily decorated for Christmas, she'll call it Santa's grotto. So I do exactly the same thing when I see like really heavily decorated places. And don't get me wrong, like I love when people go all out on decorations. My sister actually came round to my house about a week ago now, and she always makes fun of me because I put up Christmas decorations. Like I just do. I love Christmas, but I tend to go a little bit heavier on the Halloween decorations in September, October time. And she always makes fun of me because my main Christmas tree in our house, it doesn't have any baubles on it. It doesn't have any ornaments. It basically just consists of a tree with tinsel and fairy lights, because I like things looking classy and crisp and just like, there's not too much going on. But in my Sims builds, I'm the complete opposite. So I will put anything that I can think of in any crevice, in any corner of any build. But in real life, I am so not like that. It's really, really funny. Does anyone else do that? Like they go really low key on their own Christmas decorations in their own homes, but in their Sims houses, they'll just go all out. Again, let me know in the comments down below, because I would really, really love to hear everybody else's point of view. But we are almost done with the living room here. It's a strange shape, and it's actually the living room stroke formal dining room, which I've really loved doing lately. I've done this on a few builds quite recently where I've had like a bigger space to work with for the living room, and so I've kind of added a dining room table in here as well, and I think it works really well. It just adds to the super cozy vibes. I think when it comes to gameplay too, you can light the fire, you can maybe have the TV on or something and just have a really, really nice family time. And so I think that's another reason that I do that in my living rooms. And then we move on to the kitchen. So the kitchen is, as you walk into the house, it's straight on the right hand side, which I think is pretty realistic actually. And I love how this kitchen turned out. It looks I would say it looks kind of cold, and I don't mean that in a bad way. I just think with the colour scheme that I decided to go for, it seemed, maybe cold's not the right word. Maybe it's not the right word at all. I was trying to warm it up, to be honest. I also wanted to add a bunch of red decor, red appliances to this room, just to get across that, of course, this is a Christmas home. Just in case you didn't realise already, this is a home decorated for Christmas. I'm joking, by the way, like who wouldn't know this is decorated for Christmas? But yes, I wanted to add a lot of red in here. We use the counters and cabinets from base game. I love these counters and cabinets so much. If I can use them, I will absolutely use them. They're so solid. They're such a staple in so many of my Sims builds, and I love them so much. Although I do think we need more adding to the base game for decor. These are definitely a great place to start. If you've just got the base game and you're looking to get into building, I do think you can build quite successful, pretty base game builds. And I also promised that in 2025 I'd be doing more base game builds, or at least more base game and 1 pack or 2 or 3 pack builds. Because people have been saying to me, Rach, can you please do more of this on the channel? And I was like, yes, of course I can. I love doing base game builds. I don't know why I haven't done more of them this year. I've done a couple, but not as many as I would have liked. So yes, look out 2025. We're going to be doing some base game stuff, and I think I'm going to be getting into live streaming in 2025, as in like officially. So maybe starting out with a once a week sort of situation and just seeing how we go, seeing how we all like it, seeing if I like it, more importantly. And when I've live streamed in the past, I've loved it. It's definitely a terrifying experience, but I've definitely really enjoyed it. So 2025, I'm going to be live streaming at least once a week. I haven't decided if it's going to be YouTube exclusive or Twitch exclusive as of yet, or if I can work out somehow how I do that on both platforms, because I know that that's a thing that you can do now. And I'm just going to keep talking because watching myself here try and just lower this little bow with the tool mod was a little bit embarrassing. My brain just... Some things with the tool mod, my brain just can't comprehend, and that's one of them, is like lowering and raising an item. Anyway, we have moved on to the hallway here. The hallway is actually quite a big space, and I really like it actually, because it just means, yes, you know, you are greeted with the staircase as soon as you walk in. RachelPedd classic. We'll skim over that. But the hallway itself is actually really spacious, and I do love that about this house. There's a Christmas tree here, of course, because why would there not be, as well as a chest of drawers, which you and your Sims, can use as like a wardrobe. So what I mean by that is that perhaps before your Sims leave the house, they need to change into their cold weather attire. When they come home, maybe you've got some comfy clothes that they can change into. I know that when I play The Sims personally, all my Sims have comfy clothes that they wear specifically in the house, because that's something that I do in real life. And by comfy clothes, I mean the clothes that after a long shift or a long day at work, you can't wait to get into when you get home. So I love adding wardrobe spaces or chest of drawers to hallways, because it just means that your Sims can change directly into whatever clothing that they would like. And so I remember adding that in my Christmas apartment that I did last weekend. I'll pop a card in the top right hand corner for you if you haven't seen that already. And someone said, I love the fact that you add that in hallway spaces, because it means that my Sims can change their clothes like when they come in or as they're going out. And I just thought, yes, okay, that's definitely just cements in my mind that I will keep doing what I'm doing. Anyway, this is the downstairs bathroom. It's a full bathroom. It's a very big room. Actually, looking at the footage back, looking back at the footage, sorry, it's a very big room, but it's perfect because it's perfect for family gameplay. It's a full bathroom. It has a bath shower combination, obviously a toilet, a sink, plenty of room for your Sims to maneuver, and then we move on to the main bedroom. It took me a little bit of time to work out which bed I wanted to use, but we did land on this one from the base game with the red checkered pattern, because hello, this just screams Christmas to me, and I wanted this room to have kind of like subtle Christmas decorations, not super obvious in your face ones, but just enough for us to get across again that I'm stumbling off my words again, that this is a Christmas build. That's what I was trying to say. And this wardrobe from the Horse Ranch pack just fit in so superbly with this room. I was like, it's perfect. I love being able to use this wardrobe because it reminds me of wardrobes that used to exist in like the 90s or early 2000s. Wardrobes that... So for example, my parents had wardrobes like this when I was growing up, and they still have the same wardrobes now. They're gonna last you till the end of time. Like those sorts of wardrobes that probably cost an arm and a leg when you first buy them, but you know that they are going to stand the test of time. Anyway, so I love using them. It's a bit of nostalgia for me. But anyway, I of course struggled a little bit with what to add to the walls, because that's just something that I typically do, especially with my main bedrooms. I promised myself and I promised you all that in 2025 I was going to step up my game for my gardens. We're going to start putting effort into our gardens and our main bedrooms. Those are my goals, and starting to live stream for next year. Those are my goals. You'll have to let me know what your goals are for next year, because I bet they're not as silly as mine. Anyway, the ensuite for this room is huge, so I did decide to kind of put this bath sort of in the middle of the room, because it's fancy. When baths are in the middle of the room like this, you know it's kind of a fancy house. And remember what I said at the beginning about this being kind of a classy, kind of upmarket house. I knew that with this ensuite that's what I was going to do here, and so I did it, just adding some clutter pieces to the counters here from the bathroom clutter kit. Love that kit. Love using the items from that kit. can I say kit any more times? No, I'm not going to, because it's just annoying. And then just adding some final touches to this bathroom before we then move on to, I think we move on to like the main bathroom for the upstairs. But I actually kind of designed this for the child that lives here, which is the last room that we work on. So this is, I would imagine that this is the bathroom that they use primarily. So the parents have kind of given them brightly coloured towels and stuff in here, just to kind of showcase that this is more the bathroom that the kid would use. And oh, okay, I've just realised there's two little robes on there, which I suppose it could make sense because there is an infant in this house, but I was going to add twins to the kids' room, and then I was going to add an infant in here, and I decided not to do the twins in the kids' room, and then I forgot to take one of the robes down, so I'm really sorry. It probably doesn't make much sense when you actually download this, but maybe the child sim has 2 dressing gowns. That's okay. Maybe they alternate them, so when one of them's getting washed, then they wear the other one. Let's go with that. Go with that. I knew I wanted to add a nursery into this house. Anyway, I digress. I knew I wanted to add a nursery to this house, and this is a colour scheme that I've very rarely kind of done. This could be for any gender of child. The same with the kids' room as well. I didn't really want it to be gender specific. I wanted it to be kind of suitable for any gender of sim, or whatever the sim is sort of into in terms of activities and interests and things like that. So yes, wanted to go for like a bluey, orangey, pops of colory sort of theme with that room. And then we move on to the final room of the house, which is the kids' room. I love this room so much. I was initially quite scared to even start this because the shape is a little bit strange. Like the shape of this house is very, very odd. But then I got my groove and I was like, do you know what? I'm going to capitalize on this room and I'm just going to add as much stuff in here as I possibly can. Again, as I was saying at the beginning, if you have more than one child sim that lives or would live in this house, then you could definitely fit bunk beds in here. If you have triplets, you could fit 3 beds in here if you wanted to. If you had 4 kids, you could fit 4 kids in this bedroom. It's the kind of space where you can do whatever you would need to do with it. But as I was explaining at the beginning, I've done a lot of twin kids' rooms lately, and I wanted this child to just have its own space. It's its own child, and I wanted them to have their own space. And so that's why I ended up going with this family dynamic. So my family dynamic is for 4 sims, but you could definitely fit 6, even 7 sims in this house. At least I think you can. You'll have to let me know in the comments down below if you've actually managed to fit that many sims in this house. I'd be really, really interested to kind of hear that. But look, if you've been around the channel for a while, you will know that I love cluttering up kids' bedrooms. It's my jam. It's my thing. It's one of my favorite things to do in this game. There's something really comforting about a cluttered, cozy kids' bedroom. There just is in The Sims. Like, it's just so sweet and so cute. I think you can add a lot of personality to the bedrooms with the items that we have at our disposal, and I just love it so much. But anyway, you'll be glad to know that we are almost at the end of the video, so I really hope you enjoyed this. If you'd like to download this house from the gallery, you can do so right now. My origin ID is RachelPedd. Tray files, as always, are linked down in the description box just down below. You can get them for free from Sim File Share, but I really hope you enjoyed this video, everybody. I hope you have the most wonderful festive and Christmas season with your loved ones. You all take care, and I will see you again very soon. Bye.